Right now, at this very moment, two massive Arctic air masses are racing toward the eastern United States, and what happens when they collide with abnormally warm air could create the most widespread snow event we have seen this winter. Over 70 cities are in the path of this storm system, and temperatures are about to drop 40 degrees in just 24 hours in some locations. If you live anywhere from Texas to Maine, the next 7 days will completely transform your weather. Here is what you need to know in the next 30 seconds. The first Arctic blast has already arrived. Temperatures across the Ohio Valley have dropped 15 to 20 degrees below average, but the second blast, arriving this weekend, will be far more intense. We are tracking snow potential for over 70 major cities, and some areas could see 3 to 7 inches of accumulation. Stay with me, because at the 5-minute mark, I will give you the exact timing for when this storm hits your city. The temperature contrast developing across America right now is extraordinary. While the West Coast and Great Plains are experiencing temperatures 30 degrees above normal, the eastern states are plunging into deep freeze conditions. This split is not just unusual, it is creating the perfect setup for a major winter storm. When Arctic air meets warm moisture, that is when snow happens, and we are about to see exactly that collision unfold. Let me show you what is happening right now across the country. From Seattle to San Francisco, temperatures are running 20 to 25 degrees above average. Denver is seeing similar warmth. The Dakotas have not received measurable snow in over a month. Meanwhile, a massive cold front stretches from Corpus Christi, Texas, all the way through New England. Cities like Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Buffalo are already 15 degrees below normal, and it is only going to get colder. Here is the critical question. Why is this happening? The jet stream has split the country into two completely different climate zones. Warm air is building across the western states while Arctic air funnels down from Canada into the east. This pattern creates what meteorologists call a sharp temperature gradient, and that gradient is fuel for storm development. By Thursday morning, temperatures across the Northeast will drop even further. We are talking about readings 30 degrees below average in some locations. Burlington, Vermont could see morning lows near 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Portland, Maine will not be far behind. Albany, New York, Syracuse, and Rochester are all facing sub-zero wind chills. This is serious cold, and it is just the beginning. But here is what makes this pattern even more significant. After this first blast of cold air moves through, we get a brief break. Then the second, more powerful Arctic outbreak arrives this weekend. Saturday morning will bring the coldest air of the season so far to cities including Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Cleveland, Ohio, and Buffalo, New York. We could see temperatures 40 degrees below normal in some areas by Sunday morning. Now let me give you the city-by-city breakdown you have been waiting for. Drop a comment below with where you are located, and I will make sure you get the most updated forecast for your specific area. This is important because timing varies significantly depending on where you live. Starting in Texas, Houston, you will feel the first cold front today with temperatures dropping into the mid-50s. By Thursday morning, expect lows in the upper 30s. San Antonio will see similar conditions. Dallas and Fort Worth, your cold arrives tonight with Thursday morning lows around 32 degrees. This is cold enough for frost, so protect any sensitive plants. Austin, you are looking at upper 30s Thursday morning with breezy conditions making it feel even colder, moving into the southeast. Atlanta, your temperatures drop tonight. Thursday will bring highs only in the mid-40s with overnight lows dipping to the upper 20s by Friday morning. Charlotte, North Carolina, you are in the snow potential zone. Light snow showers are possible Thursday night into Friday morning. We are not talking about major accumulation here, maybe a coating to half an inch, but roads could be slick Friday morning. Raleigh, you have similar snow chances Thursday night. Greensboro and Winston-Salem, watch for snow showers late Thursday. Nashville, Tennessee, and Memphis, you will see the cold but likely stay too far south for significant snow with this first system. However, keep watching because the second system this weekend could bring you into the snow zone. Louisville, Kentucky, light snow is possible Friday morning. Not much accumulation expected, maybe an inch or less, but temperatures will be very cold with highs only in the upper 20s Friday. Now let us talk about the areas where snow is most likely. This is the critical information many of you are waiting for. The Great Lakes region and the Northeast will see the most consistent snowfall over the next 5 to 7 days. Chicago, your snow chances begin Friday morning. This will be light, mostly flurries from an Alberta Clipper system moving out of Canada. Accumulations will be minor, maybe a dusting to 1 inch, but the cold will be significant. Saturday morning lows could drop to 5 degrees with wind chills well below zero. Milwaukee, you have similar timing. Light snow. Friday, then brutal cold Saturday and Sunday. Detroit and Grand Rapids, Michigan, you are in a higher snow zone. Friday brings snow showers, potentially 1 to 3 inches by Friday evening. Then another round Sunday into Monday could add another 2 to 4 inches. Total accumulation through next Tuesday could reach 5 to 7 inches in some areas. Temperatures Saturday morning will be near 0 degrees with dangerous wind chills. Indianapolis, you will see snow develop Friday with the potential for snow squalls. These are intense bursts of heavy snow that can reduce visibility to near zero very quickly. Be extremely careful if you are driving Friday afternoon. Accumulations of 1 to 3 inches are possible. Cincinnati, similar situation. Watch for snow squalls Friday afternoon into Friday evening. Cleveland, Ohio, this is where things get very interesting for you. Lake effect snow will enhance snowfall totals significantly. Friday through Sunday, you could see 4 to 8 inches of snow, with some areas on the east side potentially reaching 10 inches. The coldest air of the season arrives Saturday with morning lows around 5 degrees and wind chills 20 below zero. Columbus, Ohio, your snow arrives Friday morning and continues intermittently through the weekend. Total accumulation 3 to 6 inches. Roads will be snow-covered and dangerous through the weekend. Dayton, Ohio, similar forecast with 3 to 5 inches possible. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you are right in the bullseye for this event. Snow begins Friday and continues off and on through Monday. We are looking at 5 to 8 inches of total accumulation, possibly more in the higher elevations south of the city. And the cold will be exceptional. Sunday morning could bring temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below zero in the outlying areas. Wind chills could reach 30 below zero. This is dangerous cold that requires preparation. Erie, Pennsylvania, lake effect snow will be a major factor for you. Friday through Monday, you could easily see 8 to 12 inches, with some locations potentially reaching 15 inches. This is one of the highest snow totals we are forecasting for this event. Make sure you have everything you need before Friday because travel will be very difficult this weekend. Buffalo, New York, similar story to Erie. Lake effect snow will produce significant accumulations Friday through Monday. 6 to 10 inches are likely, with localized areas possibly reaching 12 inches. The cold will be brutal, with Saturday morning wind chills approaching 30 below zero. This is life-threatening cold. Do not underestimate it. Syracuse, Rochester, and Albany, New York, you all have snow in your forecast beginning Friday and continuing through the weekend. Syracuse could see 6 to 9 inches total. Rochester, 4 to 7 inches. Albany, 3 to 6 inches. All three cities will experience dangerous cold Saturday and Sunday with wind chills well below zero. New York City, your snow chances are lower but still present. Light snow is possible Saturday into Sunday, potentially 1 to 3 inches. The bigger story for you is the cold. Saturday morning lows will drop into the teens with wind chills near zero. This is some of the coldest weather of the winter so far for the city. Boston, Providence, and Hartford, you are all in the snow zone. Friday night through Sunday, expect 3 to 6 inches of accumulation. Boston could see higher amounts if the Sunday system tracks closer to the coast. Right now, that remains uncertain, but we are watching it closely. The cold will be significant with Saturday morning lows around 10 degrees and wind chills well below zero. Portland, Maine, and Burlington, Vermont, you will see consistent light to moderate snow Friday through Monday. Portland could receive 4 to 7 inches total. Burlington, 5 to 8 inches. Both cities will face extremely cold conditions Saturday and Sunday with morning lows below zero and wind chills approaching 20 to 30 below zero. This is dangerous, life-threatening cold. Now, here is something critical you need to understand. This is not just one storm system. This is a series of disturbances moving through a very cold air mass. The snow will come in waves. You might see snow Friday morning, then a break Friday afternoon, then more snow Friday night. Then another break Saturday, followed by more snow Sunday. This on and off nature means snow totals will build gradually rather than all at once. Let me address the Midwest cities we have not covered yet. Minneapolis and St. Paul, you get the Arctic air Friday and Saturday, but you miss most of the snow with this particular setup. Your bigger snow chances come next week when storm systems develop further west. Same for Des Moines, Iowa, and Omaha, Nebraska. You will see the cold but limited snow with this current pattern. Kansas City, you stay too far west for snow, but you will feel the cold Friday and Saturday before temperatures rebound nicely early next week. Same for Oklahoma City and Tulsa. You are on the warm side of this setup. St. Louis, you are right on the edge. Light snow is possible Friday, maybe 1 to 2 inches, but nothing significant. The cold arrives Saturday with lows in the teens. Now let us talk about timing in detail, because this is what you really need to know for planning purposes. When exactly does the snow start in your area? When does it end? When is the worst of it? For the Great Lakes region, including cities like Detroit, Cleveland, and Buffalo, snow begins Friday morning between 8 and 10 in the morning. It continues intermittently through Friday evening. Friday night brings a lull. Then Saturday afternoon, another round develops and continues into Saturday night. Sunday brings yet another chance for snow, particularly Sunday night into Monday morning. By Monday afternoon, the snow finally tapers off. The peak intensity for Great Lakes cities occurs Friday afternoon between 2 and 6 in the evening. This is when snow squalls are most likely, creating dangerous travel conditions. If you need to travel Friday, do it early in the morning before the snow intensifies. For the Ohio Valley, including Pittsburgh, Columbus, and Cincinnati, your snow starts Friday between 10 in the morning and noon. It continues through Friday night with the heaviest snow Friday evening between 4 and 8. Saturday brings lighter snow, more scattered in nature. Sunday into Monday, another round develops with moderate snow Sunday night. The system finally exits Monday evening. Northeast cities, including Boston, Albany, and Portland, Maine, your snow begins later. Friday evening around 6 to 8 is when snow overspreads the region. It continues overnight Friday into Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon brings a break. Then Sunday, another system approaches with snow developing Sunday afternoon and continuing into Monday morning. Monday afternoon, the snow ends. The peak snow for northeastern cities occurs Friday night between midnight and 6 in the morning Saturday. If you wake up Saturday morning, expect snow-covered roads and reduced visibility. Here is what this means for your weekend plans. If you have travel scheduled for this weekend, particularly air travel, be aware that delays and cancellations are likely Friday evening through Sunday across the entire eastern seaboard. Airports in Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, New York, and Boston will all be impacted. Check your flight status before heading to the airport. For road travel, Friday afternoon through Saturday is the worst time to be on the highways. Visibility will be reduced, roads will be snow-covered, and the cold temperatures mean that black ice will develop, especially on bridges and overpasses. If you absolutely must travel, allow extra time, reduce your speed, and increase your following distance. Now, after all this cold and snow, you might be wondering, when does it warm up? Here is the surprising answer. By the middle of next week, temperatures across the plains and Midwest will surge well above normal. We are talking about temperatures 30 degrees above average. Cities like Omaha, Des Moines, and even Minneapolis could see temperatures in the 50s and 60s by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Some areas in Texas and Oklahoma could reach the upper 70s to near 80 degrees by Wednesday. This creates one of the most extreme temperature contrasts we have seen all winter. New England will still be in the deep freeze with temperatures below average, while the plains bake in early spring warmth. It is a remarkable pattern. But here is something you need to know about these warm-ups in February. They often precede another significant winter storm. When we see this much warmth building across the central United States in mid-February, it usually sets up another major pattern change later in the month. I am already watching signals that suggest another Arctic outbreak and potential winter storm around February 20th through February 25th. It is too early for specifics, but the pattern supports it. Let me give you snowfall totals one more time so you have them clearly. These are totals from now through Tuesday, February 10th. Northern Wisconsin and upper Michigan, 3 to 7 inches with isolated 8 to 10 inch amounts near the lake shore. Southern Wisconsin, including Madison and Milwaukee, 2 to 5 inches. Northern Illinois, including Chicago, 1 to 3 inches. Central and Southern Illinois, less than 1 inch. Northern Indiana and Michigan, 4 to 7 inches. Southern Indiana and Ohio, 2 to 5 inches. Northern Ohio, including Cleveland and Akron, 5 to 9 inches with localized amounts near 10 inches near the lake. Erie, Pennsylvania, 8 to 12 inches, possibly 15 inches in heavy lake effect bands. Western Pennsylvania, including Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, 5 to 8 inches. Central Pennsylvania, 4 to 7 inches. Eastern Pennsylvania, including Philadelphia, 1 to 3 inches. New York City metro area, 1 to 3 inches. Upstate New York, including Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, and Albany, 5 to 10 inches with higher amounts in persistent lake effect zones. Vermont and New Hampshire, 5 to 8 inches. Maine, 4 to 7 inches with higher amounts in the mountains. Massachusetts, including Boston, 3 to 6 inches. Connecticut and Rhode Island, 2 to 5 inches. Now let me talk about the hazards beyond just snow accumulation. The wind will be a significant factor with this event. Friday and Saturday, winds will gust 30 to 40 miles per hour across much of the Great Lakes and Northeast. This will create blowing and drifting snow, reducing visibility even when snow is not actively falling. Drifts could reach 2 to 3 feet in open areas. The combination of fresh snow and strong winds will make roads extremely difficult to travel. Even with plowing, drifts will quickly cover roads again. This is particularly dangerous on rural highways and county roads. Wind chills will be life-threatening Saturday and Sunday. We are talking about wind chills of 20 to 30 degrees below zero across much of the Northeast and Great Lakes. Frostbite can occur in as little as 10 minutes in these conditions. If you must be outside, dress in layers, cover all exposed skin, and limit your time outdoors. For those of you with livestock or outdoor animals, make sure they have adequate shelter from the wind. Check water sources frequently as they will freeze quickly in these temperatures. Pipes are another concern. With temperatures this cold for an extended period, pipes in unheated areas like garages, crawl spaces, and exterior walls can freeze. Let faucets drip slightly, especially overnight Saturday into Sunday when temperatures bottom out. Open cabinet doors under sinks to allow warm air to circulate around pipes. If you heat with propane or heating oil, make sure you have adequate supply. Demand will be high and delivery could be delayed due to road conditions. Check your furnace filter and replace it if needed. A clean filter helps your heating system run more efficiently. Space heater use will increase during this cold snap. Please be careful. Never leave space heaters unattended. Keep them at least 3 feet away from anything flammable. Never use your oven or stove to heat your home. Carbon monoxide poisoning is a real danger during extended cold periods. For those of you who work outdoors or have to be outside for extended periods, recognize the signs of hypothermia. Shivering, confusion, fumbling hands, memory loss, and slurred speech are all warning signs. If you or someone you are with shows these symptoms, get inside immediately and seek medical attention. Now let us talk about what happens after this storm system. Early next week, high pressure builds across the Northeast, keeping it cold but dry. Meanwhile, the warmth across the central states continues to build. By Wednesday and Thursday of next week, we start to see storm systems developing again as the jet stream becomes more active. There is a possibility, and I want to emphasize this is still uncertain, of another winter storm around the time of the Super Bowl on Sunday, February 9th. This would impact areas from the Ohio Valley through the Northeast. Right now, the models are inconsistent on the details. Some show a significant storm, others show just light snow. We will have much better clarity on this by Friday or Saturday. What I can tell you with more confidence is that the second half of February looks active. Multiple storm systems will track across the country. The question is whether they bring snow to the north or rain to the south. That depends on exactly where the Arctic air is positioned. For now, focus on getting through this current event. Make sure you have supplies. Stock up on food and essentials so you do not have to venture out this weekend. Fill your gas tank. Make sure you have ice melt and a working snow shovel. Check your flashlights and batteries in case of power outages. Speaking of power outages, they are possible with this event. The combination of heavy wet snow early in the event and then strong winds could bring down tree limbs and power lines. This is especially true in areas that see 6+ inches of snow. If you lose power, do not use generators indoors or in attached garages. Carbon monoxide from generators kills people every year during winter storms. Have a plan for keeping warm if the power goes out. Gather everyone in one room and close off the rest of the house to conserve heat. Use blankets and extra clothing. A well-insulated room can stay warm for many hours even without heat. For those of you asking about school closures and business impacts, Friday will likely see numerous closures across the Great Lakes and Northeast. Saturday and Sunday, many businesses will choose to close early or remain closed due to the dangerous conditions. This is the right call. No job is worth risking your safety in these conditions. Some of you are probably thinking this sounds like a lot of hype for what might be a relatively modest snow event in terms of total accumulation. Let me be clear, 3 to 7 inches of snow would normally not be a major event. But when you combine it with 40-mile-per-hour winds, life-threatening cold, and an extended duration over 4 days, it becomes a significant weather situation. The impacts are greater than the snow totals alone would suggest. This is an endurance event, not a quick-hitting storm. The cold lasts for days. The snow comes in waves. The wind never stops. That cumulative effect is what makes this challenging. Now, I want you to do something for me. Drop a comment right now telling me where you are watching from. I read every single comment, and I want to make sure you are getting the forecast information you need for your specific location. If you have questions about your area, ask them in the comments and I will do my best to respond. Also, make sure you are subscribed to this channel because the forecast will evolve over the next few days. If anything changes with the timing or snow amounts, you will want to know immediately. I will update you as soon as new information comes in. Looking ahead to next week, here is what I am watching beyond this current storm. By the middle of February, around the 15th through the 20th, long-range models are hinting at another significant pattern change. The warmth that builds early next week across the central states may shift eastward while another Arctic outbreak develops. This could set up another winter storm, potentially more significant than what we are dealing with now. It is too early for details, but if you live in the snowbelt from the Rockies through the Great Lakes to New England, do not put your snow shovels away after this event. Winter is not done yet. February is often one of our snowiest months. Even though we are approaching mid-February, some of the biggest snowstorms in history have occurred in late February and early March. The pattern we are in supports continued active weather, so stay alert. For those of you in areas that will not see much snow from this event, particularly in the southeast and southern plains, your time may come later this month. Models are showing increased storm potential for those regions in the 3rd and 4th weeks of February. We will keep you posted. Before we wrap up, let me give you one more piece of important information. The National Weather Service will likely issue winter storm warnings for much of the area we have discussed. These warnings mean that conditions will make travel difficult or dangerous. When a winter storm warning is issued for your area, take it seriously. Postpone travel if possible. If you must travel, bring a winter survival kit in your car, including blankets, food, water, flashlight, first aid kit, and a phone charger. The specific warnings will be issued Thursday and Friday as the timing becomes more certain. Watch for those and heed the advice of local emergency management. Here is your bottom line forecast. Arctic blast number 1 is here now. It brings cold and some light snow through Thursday. Arctic blast number 2 arrives Friday and Saturday with widespread snow, dangerous cold, and high winds. This continues through Monday. By Tuesday, conditions improve from west to east. Early next week brings a warm-up for the central states while the east remains cold. Then by mid to late February, another pattern change is likely. For major cities, here are your key impacts. Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Buffalo, Pittsburgh, and Erie face the highest snow totals and the most dangerous conditions Friday through Monday. Boston, Albany, Syracuse, and Portland, Maine also face significant impacts. New York City and Philadelphia will see less snow but still dangerous cold. Cities from Texas through the southeast face the cold but minimal snow. This is a forecast you need to take seriously and prepare for. The combination of snow, wind, and extreme cold creates a dangerous situation across much of the eastern United States. Check on elderly neighbors, make sure pets have shelter, stock up on essentials, charge your devices, and most importantly, avoid unnecessary travel Friday through Sunday. The good news is that this is a fairly well-forecast event. We have high confidence in the general setup. The details may shift slightly, but the overall pattern is clear. You have time to prepare. Use it wisely. I will have another update for you on Friday with the latest model runs and any changes to the timing or snow amounts. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss it. Until then, stay warm, stay safe, and drop those comments letting me know where you are watching from. The weather is about to get very interesting across America. This is the kind of pattern that defines winter in the Northeast and Great Lakes. Make your preparations now, and you will get through this just fine. Remember, winter storms are temporary. In just a few days, we will be on the other side of this, looking ahead to that warmth building for early next week. One last thing before I go. Next week, I will be breaking down the long-range forecast for late February and early March. There are some very interesting signals developing that could mean more significant winter weather on the way. You will not want to miss that forecast, so stay tuned. Be safe out there, everyone, and I will see you in the next update.